You said pick one for me. I chose wrong. You kept it anyway. The corner store was humming with its tired little fridge. You leaned against the glass door like the day belonged to you. I read every label twice just to have somewhere to look. You laughed and took the blue one from the row I nearly chose. We talked about nothing, but I kept every word. The loose cap on your bottle, the way your bracelet turned, cold drinks at the corner, sunlight on your sleeve. Nothing much was happening, but it kept happening to me. We stood beside the traffic light, waiting through the second change. You told me you hated olives with a seriousness I loved. I said I never finish movies when the ending feels too neat. You said that explains a lot, and smiled down at your drink. Maybe this is how it starts, not with courage, not with signs, just a reason to keep standing where I could have said goodbye. We talked about nothing, but I kept every word. The small straw wrapper twisting between your careful hands, cold drinks at the corner, the street too bright to leave. Nothing much was happening, but it kept happening to me. You said same time tomorrow, like it was almost a joke. I said maybe, I was already hoping so. You answered from the doorway with your coat still in your hand. I asked about the evening, you said it had been fine. Once you would have told me how the whole thing went too long, who laughed at the wrong moment, which street you took back home. But the story ended early. You left your keys beside the bowl. The room did not get colder, but I felt something close. The quiet changed before we said it had. The same space between us started giving something back. I kept washing the same cup long after it was clean. You stood near the counter looking past the window frame. There was no cruel sentence, no anger in your face, only careful little kindness where your warmth asked if you were tired, you said maybe just a little. I heard the mercy in it, and the distance underneath. The quiet changed, and I could not change it back. What used to feel like shelter started sounding like a fact. You were still beside me, still gentle, still here. But the silence had a shape I had begun to fear. I wanted one clear ending, something I could understand. A door closed hard, a voice raised once, a line drawn in the sand. But love can leave more softly than the heart knows how to hear. It can keep its coat on by the doorway and call the evening fine. It can spare you every sharp word and still be halfway gone. It can hold you with good manners while already letting go. The quiet changed, we did not know what to name it. You were kind enough to stay, but not close enough to reach. What used to feel like shelter had become a careful room. The quiet changed between us, and I changed inside it too. You said you were tired, I said I understood. Neither one of us was lying. That was what made it hurt. My hands were cold, the town was new. I was almost brave. The platform smelled like metal and coffee from a paper cup. My suitcase leaned beside me like it knew I might give up. A map was folded wrong inside my coat pocket. I kept turning it around as if north could become easy. You did not say be fearless, you did not say be strong. You only touched my sleeve when the crowd began to move. I was almost brave, and somehow that was enough. One foot on the yellow line, one breath I did not rush. The streets had different names than the ones I knew by heart. Every window held a version of a life not yet begun. I missed the room I came from, I wanted this one too. The old life pulled behind me, but the morning pulled me through. You walked a little slower, so I would not feel behind. You let me hate the leaving without doubting the new life course. cold hands, new town, no perfect start ahead. Just your coat near my shoulder and the words I had not said. I was almost brave, not certain, not unafraid, but the road became less lonely when you matched my pace. Cold hands, new town, nothing shining, nothing sure. Still one small step beside you felt like one step more. I thought beginning over would feel cleaner than it did, like closing one clear chapter and walking out of it. But every start is weather, every door has weight. Some mornings ask for courage before courage knows its name. You did not pull me forward, you did not hold me back. You only made the distance feel possible to cross. Cold hands, new town, the day still felt unknown, but I stopped counting every corner as a place I did not belong. I was almost brave, and almost brave could move. The fear was still inside me, but so were you. Cold hands, new town, one platform, one deep breath. I was not done with dreaming, I was not leaving yet. My hands were cold, the town was new. You walked beside me, and I kept going. Paper bag split open in the parking lot heat. Oranges rolled under cars. I stood there feeling foolish. You did not laugh too loudly, you did not make it sweet. You only bent down beside me and gathered what I dropped. I kept saying I was sorry for something no one blamed. You handed me the last one like it still belonged to me. No witness but the day, no reason to perform. Just your hands in the afternoon, making one small failure warm. The receipt stuck to my sleeve, the milk was sweating through. A cart kept drifting sideways until you caught it with your shoe. Nothing in that moment looked like love from far away. No music from the distance, no light arranged to stay. But you made room for my embarrassment without letting it grow. You helped me hold the ordinary until I could hold it too. There was no witness but the day, no promise standing near, no one there to tell us what the kindness meant. Only fruit inside a paper bag, your shoulder close to mine, and the feeling that a life could become gentle over time. day, and still the day knew enough. Some love begins quietly by not making small things rough. For proof that could not be explained away, something large enough to silence every doubt I had saved. But proof can be too noisy, it can ask too much too soon. This was only you beside me in the white heat of afternoon. No speech about forever, no brave and shining line, just care that did not need to be seen, to be kind. There was no witness but the day, no story to defend, no perfect scene around us, no beginning we had planned. Only fruit inside a paper bag, your brushing mine, and a tenderness so ordinary I almost missed the sign. No witness but the day, but I remember it still, how you helped me with the small thing, and the small thing changed how I felt. The bag held until the corner, the oranges stayed in place. No one saw it happen, the day did. There is one thing I never asked you, not because I forgot. I passed the old dry cleaner with its sign half lit in blue. For no clear reason, the question came back through. Not sharp enough to blame you, not loud enough to stay, just the shape of something missing, walking softly with your name. Some questions stay without becoming chains. They can sit beside the heart and not be given rein. To know the moment your feeling changed its course. Was it one tired morning, or many quiet ones before? Did I miss the first small closing, or did both of us do that? The question had its reasons, but it does not need me back. The question I let stay does not need to be answered. It does not need your voice to make my life make sense. I can carry what I don't know without turning back for more. Some doors remain unopened and still become a door. Maybe there was no single moment, maybe love just changed its weight. Maybe both of us were slower than the truth we had to face. I do not need the clean line, I do not need the key. I can leave the past unfinished without leaving it in me. The question I let stay does not keep the room in shadow. It no longer wakes before me or follows every road. Not gone, not sold, just no longer everywhere. The question I let stay can stay without despair. There is one thing I never asked you. Tonight I let it stay there. I came in with the hallway, still clinging to my coat, and a phone call I had carried like a stone inside my throat. You looked up from the pages, resting open on your knees, and let the book fall closed without making room for speech. You did not ask what happened, you did not reach for why. You only moved the second chair a little closer to your side. Your silence had a door, it did not lock me in. It left enough room for me to enter when I could. I have known rooms that waited like a test I had to pass, where every pause was measured, where breathing answered back. But you kept the evening simple, water cooling by the sink, one lamp against the corner, your hands folded carefully. The quiet did not question me, it did not turn away. It held the shape of kindness without asking for my pain. You did not pull the hurt from me, you did not make it light. You let it keep its edges while I found the side to hold. Your silence had a door and not a single demand. For the first time I could open without being opened by a hand. Maybe love is sometimes less about the perfect words and more about the chair left waiting when the answer will not come. You stayed where I could see you, you did not cross the line. You made no claim on what I carried, you only gave it time. Your silence had a door, I came through at my pace, not repaired, not made certain, only welcomed as I was. When I finally started speaking, you did not act surprised. You listened like my quiet had been language all this time. That was how I entered, not pushed, not called, just a door left open by someone who could wait. You came by after dinner with bread in a paper sleeve, nothing dressed as rescue, nothing asking me to speak. You left the smaller plate near the side where I usually sit. I noticed what you noticed and pretended I had not. I was still learning how not to leave too soon, how not to turn a kindness into something I must prove. Trust arrives quietly, it does not force the door. It waits where noise would leave and asked for nothing more. You never asked the question I had stepped around for weeks. You let it stay unopened without making that feel weak. When I went quiet after laughing, you did not change your face. You only reached for water and gave the moment space. There are people who make patience feel like a debt to pay. With you it felt more like evening, settling where it may. Trust arrives quietly, not bright enough to fear, not loud enough to run from, just steady and near. It learns the room by staying, it lets the silence breathe. Trust arrives quietly, and somehow I believe. Safe meant certain, a promise said out loud, a reason I could point to when the old fear came around. But you were never trying to become my guarantee. You only kept arriving as yourself. And honestly, no rush to be important, no need to make me new. Just one calm, ordinary kindness, returning until it felt true. Trust arrives quietly, not asking to be named, not punishing the distance I still sometimes need to take. It does not turn my caution into proof I cannot feel. It stays where noise would leave, and that is why it feels real. Trust arrives quietly with no grand thing to show, only bread on the table and a chair that feels like home. You did not make me ready, you did not make me choose. You stayed gentle long enough for trust to enter too. The train moved under the city with its tired yellow light. My reflection in the window looked less certain than I felt. I had nowhere I was rushing, no answer I could use, just the soft pull of the carriage and the dark between the stops. For once I did not chase what the quiet tried to mean. I let the moment sit beside me without asking where it led. A woman near the doorway held flowers wrapped in paper. A boy slept through his station with his headphones on his chest. The map above us flickered, no one looked surprised. Everything kept moving without needing to arrive. I loosened one old question from the fist inside my coat. It did not fall away, it only stopped asking to be held. There is a place inside right now, before it turns to reason, before I make a lesson from the shape of being here. No finish line before me, no past I need to prove. There is a place inside right now, and I can stay there too. Used to make each silence answer for my life, turn every empty minute into evidence of loss. But maybe peace is smaller than the story I expect. One seat, one passing station, one breath I do not correct. Nothing has to open, nothing has to close. The night can move around me without telling me where to go. There is a place inside right now where I do not need becoming, where I am not a failure for being in between. No finish line before me, no brighter self to chase. There is a place inside right now that lets me have this day. The train moved on, the window held my face. For a while, I did not look away. We stood under the striped awning while the afternoon came down. You asked if I knew the song playing thin inside the cafe. I said I used to know it, then lost the second line. You laughed before I finished, like the rain had given us time. Buses sighed along the curb, people ran with folded names. The whole day kept on moving, but it didn't feel the same. Nothing started loudly, the rain just made us wait. Two strangers sharing weather and a song we couldn't name. Under the awning, with nowhere else to be, some part of that brief shelter came home with me. You told me about a bakery that closed before you tried it. I told you I still keep old tickets from places I don't miss. The rain began to loosen, neither one of us moved. You checked the sky for permission, I checked your face instead. There was no sign above us, no promise in the street, only water on the pavement and your shoulder close to me. Nothing started loudly, the rain just made us wait. Your smile beside the doorway left a small light in the gray. Under the awning, I didn't know your name, would keep returning softly with the sound of passing rain. The song kept playing, the street moved on. I left the awning, still hearing your laugh in the rain. We reached the corner slowly, the one where you turn left. The traffic light kept blinking like it knew we were not ready yet. You pulled your jacket closer, I pretended not to see. The shops were turning off their signs, but you were still beside me. There was nothing more to finish, the story had gone thin. So you pointed at a rooftop just to make the night begin again. Past the last street light, we kept walking anyway. No promise in the pavement, no reason we could name. Just one more quiet corner, one more turn before goodbye. Past the last street light, I learned how long a small hope shines. You told me about the apartment where you lived your first year here, how the stairs were always broken, how you missed it when you left. I laughed at the wrong part, and you laughed because I did. The city had gone nearly empty, but the silence didn't feel like it. We could have ended evening where the map said we should stop, but every time the road bent, we let it ask for us. I have rushed through better moments, afraid to want too much. I have named a feeling early just to lose it in my hands, but this did not need naming, it only needed room. Two people walking slower than the hour asked them to. Past the last street light, we kept walking anyway. The night was almost over, but it did not feel too late. Just one more quiet corner, one more reason not to go. Past the last street light, stopped talking. The hallway light turned blue. You said goodnight too softly. I carried that home too. I saw your name in places where it used to come from you, on someone else's story, in a passing line of news. I kept my face from changing, I let the evening pass, but all the way back home one thought kept walking after me. A call would have been enough, not long, not brave, just enough to let the ending look me in the face. You did not owe me comfort, you did not owe me more. I was not asking kindness to become an open door. Only one clear minute, only your voice on the line, saying what had changed before I heard it secondhand. I could have taken sorrow, I have taken worse than that. It was the quiet around it that made the distance last. A call would have been enough to keep the hurt from turning strange. The truth would still have hurt me, but it would have had your name. No speech, no long explanation, no promise to repair, just one small act of mercy to say I once was there. A call would have been enough, that is all I keep returning to, not because it would have saved us, but because it would have sounded like you. I do not want to measure every silence like a crime. People fail each other softly, people run out of time. Maybe you thought distance made the kinder kind of cut. Maybe you were tired of speaking when the end had said enough. I can give you all those reasons, I can let them all be true. Still, there was a smaller kindness that never made it through. A call would have been enough to leave some dignity intact. The truth would still have changed me, but not disappeared like that. No return, no second doorway, no pleading in my chest, just your voice for one clear minute, giving what we had its rest. A call would have been enough not to make the ending small, only to keep me from learning I was not worth one at all. I know life moves on, I know people do, but a call would have been enough, and it did not come from you. My coffee had gone cold before I found the nerve. You noticed but said nothing, only turned the cup around. The steam was almost gone, but your hand stayed near the table. I had carried that one sentence through 100 safer days, polished it until it sounded like someone else could say it. Then the rain kept ticking softly on the window by your chair, and I stopped making the truth smaller just to keep the evening fair. Coffee, rain and truth, all cooling where we sat. I thought the room would change when I could not take it back. You did not call me brave, you did not look away. You let the words remain there without asking them to shine. I kept my thumb on the napkin, folding corners into lines. You watched the little paper bend and gave me all the time. There were people at the counter, there were spoons against ceramic. Still inside that small permission, nothing hurried me to hide. Truth sounded softer with coffee going cold. Not easier, not lighter, just finally my own. You did not make a lesson from the part I had concealed. You let it be unfinished, and somehow that felt real. Coffee, rain and truth, nothing grand enough to prove. Only one small table and the way I stayed with you. I used to think confession had to open every door, had to change the air completely, had to ask for something more. But this was only weather, one cup, one careful breath, one honest thing between us that did not ask what came next. You reached for your own coffee as if the world could still go on. That was when I trusted I had not said it wrong. Truth sounded softer with coffee going cold. Not rescued, not forgiven, just allowed to be told. You did not make me cleaner, you did not make me new. You only stayed there listening until I could stay there too. Coffee, rain and truth, the afternoon turned gray, but something in me loosened when you did not look away. My coffee had gone cold, the rain kept falling through. I left with less to carry, not because you took it, but because you heard it too. a sentence later, standing by the kitchen light, simple as a glass of water, clearer than it had the right. All the words I used before were careful, pale and almost true. They walked around the center without ever reaching you. The words were right, the time was gone. I held the key after the door moved on. I could hear how I would say it, not too brave and not too small, just honest in the ordinary way I should have been before. But your life had kept on moving, mine had learned to move as well. There are truths that do not vanish just because they cannot help. A sentence too late still carries what it means. It does not turn to nothing just because it missed its place. I can say it to the evening, I can let it leave my chest, but I cannot ask your silence to become a second chance. A sentence too late can be honest and still pass. Some words arrive with open hands to give the past back to the past. To think the hardest part was finding what to say. Now I know some courage comes after it is safe. There is no great redemption in speaking when the cost is low. Still I will not shame the truth for taking time to grow. If it could not reach you, it can still reach me. Not to change the ending, only to let it breathe. A sentence too late still carries what it means. It cannot rebuild the moment or return what had to leave. I can say it without asking for the years to turn around. I can honor what was true without needing it aloud. A sentence too late does not make the feeling less. It only teaches me the difference between a truth and a request. I found the sentence later, I said it to the room, not to bring you back, but because it was true. Wasn't even a love song that made it feel more true. My phone lit up at 10:03 while the kettle clicked itself off. Just a link and one small sentence, maybe this is your kind of song. I played it low the first time, then again without a reason. The melody did nothing dramatic. The behind it. Did you send a song? And I heard more than music. I heard the day continue somewhere after we had left it. You didn't say you missed me. You didn't make it brave. No careful little confession, no heart hidden in the phrase. Just a song you thought might find me. Just a line you almost took back. I watched the typing dots appear, then disappear like that. You sang a song, and the room became less quiet. Not because it filled the silence, but because it knew my name. I let it play beside me while the evening settled in. You sang a song, and something small began again. Mistaken louder gestures for something I could trust, but this was only ordinary, which made it hard to rush. No promise in the message, no future leaning through, just proof that for a moment you had carried me with you. You sang a song, and the room became less quiet. Not because it changed the evening, but because it let me know that I was not the only one who took the long way home. You sang a song, and I didn't feel alone. It wasn't even a love song. Still, I played it one more time. I thought love would arrive with the whole sky looking up, some bright impossible moment no one could mistake. But you were by the washers, holding my old jacket, saying it came out warm and I should wear it on the walk. The vending machine was humming, someone's dryer clicked off beat. You folded one sleeve carefully, like small things mattered still. What I needed was smaller than fireworks, closer than a movie scene, quieter than I thought. You remembered I'd buy ginger biscuits when the day has gone too long. You put them in the paper bag without making it a gift. I watched you count the quarters, watched the blue light on your hands. Nothing in that room was shining, but nothing in me had to ask. Maybe I had waited for love to make an entrance. Then you looked up from the folding table, and there it was, already in the room. Smaller than fireworks, but steady enough to trust. Not a blaze across the evening, not a promise in the dust. Just your shoulder near my shoulder, just my jacket warm from yours. What I needed was smaller than I had been asking for. Smaller than fireworks and somehow more like home. The kind of light it stays close when the bright ones come and go. I have chased the louder feeling, the one that turns a room, then leaves before the morning can ask what it can do. But you did not need the center, you did not need the scene. You only took my tired silence and left it somewhere clean. No sky opened above us, no music made it clear. Only one warm jacket and the fact that you were here. Smaller than fireworks, but steady enough to trust. Not a blaze across the evening, not a promise dressed as much. Just the walk back from the laundromat, your hand close to mine, and the quiet understanding that love can take its time. Smaller than fireworks and better when it stays. I stopped waiting for the sky when you met me in the day. The dryers turned behind us, the street was nearly dark. You handed me my jacket, still holding some of your warmth. The engine clicked itself quiet after I turned off the key. Neither one of us moved toward the door, neither one of us reached for leaving. You watched the rain on the windshield without asking it to hide us. I watched your hands stay folded like they had run out of repair. We were not empty, we were not cold, we were just too honest for what we tried to hold. You said you still cared for me, and I knew that it was true. That was what made it harder, not easier to lose. I said I still wanted kindness, but not the kind that bends, until two people disappear to make a story last. We had softened every answer until nothing could be heard. We had called it being patient, we'd call it choosing love. We were too honest to hold what only lived when we denied it. Too tired to keep pretending that the wait was only time. There was care inside the ending, there was grief in letting go. But some truths do not become cruel just because they take you home. We were too honest to hold what had already lost its room, not because love meant nothing, but because it asked too much. I wanted one last reason that would make the leaving clean. One failure large enough to stand between you and me. There was no single damage, no final unforgivable line. Only all the little places where we no longer fit. You were still gentle, I was still trying. That did not make us whole. Sometimes the kindest truth is the one that does not stay. We were too honest to hold what needed us to shrink, too close to call it nothing, too far to call it home. There was care inside the ending, there was mercy in the ache. We let the silence tell us what our words could not reshape. We were too honest to hold, so we let the holding go. Not because we did not love, but because we finally knew. You opened your door first, I waited till you were inside. Then I drove home slowly, with nothing left to prove. Used to wait for certainty to enter like a light, for some clean and shining moment to make the feeling right. But you were at the kitchen table, moving slowly through the day, pushing your cup a little over so my tired hands had space. No sudden change in weather, no meaning written clear, only the way you noticed when I almost disappeared. I did not need a sign, I only needed you there, quietly making room where I forgot to ask for care. No great design above us, no reason dressed as proof. I stopped looking for a sign when I started seeing you. You never made a speech of it, you never turned it grand. You learned the kind of silence I can bear when I am sad. When I was late to answer, you did not fill the air. You let the question stay beside me until I could meet it there. Maybe love is smaller than the proof we try to find. Maybe it arrives unnoticed and waits until we recognize. I have trusted brighter feelings that vanished when they were named. I have followed perfect timing into places that could not stay. But you remained unremarkable in the most necessary way, like a chair pulled out beside me at the end of a difficult day. I did not need a sign, I only needed you there, turning down the noise when the world became too much to wear. No great design above us, no promise rushing through. I stopped looking for a sign when I started trusting you. Nothing told me from the sky, nothing had to. You were there was how I knew. Your hand rested near mine on the edge of the table, close enough to notice, far enough to leave me free. I was still learning safety without checking for its cost. You did not move to claim me, you let the moment breathe. Your hands knew how to wait, they did not ask for proof. They stayed beside the silence until I could move too. I have known touch that hurried, warm only on the way to becoming an answer I was not ready to give. But you left space between us, not cold, not far away, just enough for my fear to stop preparing to leave. Hands that wait can hold more than hands that take. They can keep a feeling open without closing round its name. You were near enough to reach me, kind enough not to try. Your hands knew how to wait, and that is why I came closer. Maybe trust begins before the fingers touch, in the mercy of a person who does not need too much. Maybe love can stand beside an unopened door and still be love completely, not less for wanting more. Hands that wait can hold more than hands that take. They can make a quiet promise without asking it to speak. When I finally reached across, you did not act surprised. You only turned your palm like it had been listening all night. Your hand in mine was not the start, it was the answer your patience never forced. I opened the curtains before checking my phone. The room looked almost familiar with the daylight on its own. I made coffee too slowly, I let the spoon ring twice. For once the sound did not become a memory of your kitchen. There were shirts across the chair, one blue, one gray, one white. I chose the one I wanted without asking who I used to be. I am not new, I am not free of everything, but I am almost my own again. below is waking with deliveries indoors. Someone laughed beneath my window. I did not search for yours. I still know where the hurt lives. I still know what it weighs. But it did not choose my breakfast. It did not plan my day. I walked out with no music, just keys inside my hand. The morning did not save me, it only let me stand. I am almost my own again, not shining, not remade, just less afraid of silence, less loyal to the ache. The past can keep its corner, it does not need the room. I am almost my own again, and I can feel it moving through. I used to think recovery would sound like a door closing, clear enough for everyone to hear that I had changed. But this is more like noticing my name inside my mouth, not tied to anyone leaving, not waiting to be called. A small return to living, a quiet choosing back. No victory in the mirror, just a face I do not pass. I am almost my own again, not whole in some perfect way, just here without permission from what I could not say. The past can keep its corner, it does not get the room. I am almost my own again, and almost feels true. I locked the door behind me, the morning let me go. Everything, almost my own. I turned the phone face down on the corner of the bed. The room kept all its shadows, the ceiling said nothing back. I had spent the whole day arguing with versions of the past, making every small mistake stand up and give its case. The lamp beside the window made a tired circle there. I sat inside its edge and let my hands be bare. No need to win tonight, no need to be right. Some wars inside the mind can wait outside the light. I did not need the clean line where blame could finally rest. I did not need the sentence that would make me hurt the best. The floor held my old clothes, the chair held one more day. Nothing in the room was fixed, but nothing asked me to explain. I let the questions gather without calling them a sign. I let one breath arrive without turning it to proof. No need tonight, I only need to rest. I can lay the story down without deciding what it meant. No verdict on the pillow, no trial in my chest. No need to win tonight, I only need to rest. I have made a courtroom out of every quiet hour, called myself the witness, the judge, the one on trial. But the heart is not a case file, the past is not a room where every broken detail has to tell the final truth. Maybe peace begins smaller, one screen turned away, one light left on low, one night I do not use against myself. No need to win tonight, I only need to rest. I can leave some things unfinished and still loosen in my chest. No answer has to save me, no bright return of strength. No need to win tonight, just enough to stay. No need to win tonight, no need to be right. The room can hold the silence while I give myself the night. I turn the phone face down, the dark did not become kind, but I stopped asking it to choose a side.